Once again, I'm back. So soon after my other video about Sunny. And now it's time about Laura. Hi, this is the GH Dirty Deeds, which is about the darker side of General Hospital. I'm doing the show for about, how about 7 years myself doing the show. So I'm coming on to talk about Laura. This is Laura. This is the Laura that's always been there. It's funny because it seems jarring for some people, or out of character, but I was writing character. Think about it. I know we have a new writing machine and they're writing a certain storyline. And for me, I see all the chatter online and everything, but for me, I'm going to wait with open arms and see how this plays out. It's still too new. I want to see what happens. And I know some folks are tacking on how she was with Esme, tacking on how she was. But you guys are right. The ones who are saying that, it's like, Laura. So here's the deal. I've been watching the show almost as long as Jeannie Francis has been on the show. We love Jeannie Francis. Laura is not a saint. She's not an angel. She's relatively a good person, right? She's made some decisions. And that's why I like Cyrus. Cyrus said a few things to her when he first came out because she has done some things in her past. Laura's had mental issues. Let's not forget that also. She left her husband for an older man. She's had older man issues several times because she has daddy issues. She forgave her rapist and married him, had kids with him and a life with him. She has always been, like I said, relatively a good person. I guess she would still be considered one of the heroines of the show. But she's had a shady past. She's been placed in extraordinary situations and made choices that are a little questionable. She left baby Nicholas with Stefan to come be back with Luke and the family here, and she's apologized for that. Elizabeth has done so much to her sons and her family, what she considers Elizabeth's family. Some of her motivations I totally get. And with the Esme thing, yes, you can't forget what she did, but she wasn't that person. So she was now something else. Well, I said it before, and I said it again, it was more about her grandson than about Esme. I think she really wanted to keep Ace nearby and Spencer and keep them nearby. And Esme, she's just like dumb. She's like, Esme is the key. But I feel if she saw any bad things come out of Esme, she would have jumped right on in. She started to, right? She turned her in and told her, but this is what Laura does. She kind of accepts the people who do wrong to her. She's looking at Cyrus a little differently these days, kind of going back and forth. She's torn. And right now, she's torn about Heather. I know it's guarding so much attention, but this is kind of how Laura responds and acts. And part of it's the writing, it's not written her. But this is what she does. You know, her and Valentine are halfway friendly. Her turning on Sunny was a huge thing, but she still loves Sunny. But she just suddenly has a little high ground. And I don't think it's so much about Cyrus. She used to be in love, she used to be with Scotty. She went back to him years later. I feel like this behavior is normal for me when it comes to Laura. It just seems a little jarring because they're trying to redeem Heather a bit. However, I'm still thinking there's a larger plan. And we're going to see. Esme disappointed her in the end. And maybe Heather's going to do the same thing. Jeannie Francis has her summer vacation coming up. Let's keep your mind open about that. So I see everybody, and I see folks are like, fire Elizabeth Courts, fire, get rid of her, it's her, it's her. How do you know it's her, first of all? And secondly, so far, here's the thing. I agree the writing for a long time has been not as stellar. There have been moments where you're like, there it is. Moments, brilliant, got it. But overall, the show has not been as exciting as it was in the past. However, I'm enjoying many aspects of the show right now. And I'm sitting here just waiting because it's only been a little over a month. I am still going to wait a little longer to see how this plays out. Now, of course, you have a right, of course, not to like what you're seeing right now on screen. I mean, that's normal, it's fine. But for me, I'm going to sit back still and watch the show and see where it goes because it could turn into something really good. I know for some people are probably thinking, nothing can turn good, fire anybody. I guess that's one way of doing it. But I guess I go back to every writer, people hated them. There's been some revisionist history people like, oh my God, I love so and so. Well, no, you guys were screaming about that person too. Every executive producer, whether it was Guza or Phelps, whoever, you hated them too at some point. When it comes to the actors, whatever the writing does, every actor, every character on the show is completely flawed. They're all bad. And they're all good. They're all everything in between. They're everything. They're all those things. So for many of you, when you bring up, which I kind of love sometimes, you bring up the past and do little stuff. Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay, that is true, and that's true too. And that over there is true also. It's kind of like this. Just that's these soap operas have been on for so long, and the writing regimes have changed, and people have changed directions and retcon things. It's kind of crazy. Continuity sometimes was gone out the door. You know, you guys have been there, watched it long enough. So I don't know, I chuckle sometimes. I just kind of chuckle and go, okay, I'm gonna follow along for as long as I can, see what happens, before I give my major critique. So hang in there with me. But trust me, if this Laura you're seeing is Laura, has always been as Laura. Just go back and you can pick a million examples. That's her Judy Deeds. I'm James Lott Jr. There's no show this weekend due to my birthday and Mother's Day. But and as this is out today, it's my birthday today, as it's out today. But check us, you still check out older episodes and interviews. My Wally Kurth interview is out. It's on the Daytime Emmy specials. Wally Kurth, YouTube, TLJ Media, or Daytime Emmy specials on any audio streaming service platform. It's really good. We talk about both days and General Hospital. And it's a lot, Wally's a lot of fun. So check that out. I'm James Lott Jr. We'll see you next week.